The Andy Pollin Show on ESPN 630, the sports capital.
This is Orioles preview. Orioles finish up their series in San Diego this afternoon. We got coverage here at 3:30 as they go for the sweep. Then they're off tomorrow. They open up a series against the Dodgers at home on Friday. And then on Saturday, that's the day that they will celebrate Cal Ripken's 30th anniversary of breaking Lou Gehrig's record. And they have all kinds of festivities involved with that, some memorabilia, all different things, and some great people coming back to help celebrate. Hall of Famers Harold Baines, Eddie Murray, Mike Mussina, Jim Palmer, Brady Anderson, Rafael Palmeiro, Larry Sheets, Ben McDonald, John Miller, who was calling it on the radio 30 years ago, is coming back. He's the voice of the San Francisco Giants. And we'll get the whole rundown on this from Bill Stetka, who is the director of the Orioles Alumni Association. He'll join us at 10:45. But this was a magical night. There's no question about it. It was something that was hard to anticipate because, like, if somebody's sitting on a home run record, like when Hank Aaron was at 714 and was looking to break the record, you knew it was going to happen, and you knew what the reaction would be when he hit the home run. Okay, that's it. Or somebody looking for his 3,000th hit or 3,000th strikeout. There's a moment, and they stop the game to recognize. What are you going to do for a record-breaking game? I mean, how do you recognize that? And they came up with the idea that in the middle of the fifth inning, when it became an official game, they were playing the then known as the California Angels. When that game became an official game on September 6, 1995, Cal Ripken had officially broken Lou Gehrig's record. That was the point where they said, okay, it's a record breaker, and the celebration with Cal taking a lap around the field and high-fiving fans and everything that went along with that night was just absolutely spectacular. They had Joe DiMaggio there, who was a teammate of Lou Gehrig, and Shirley Povich, who covered Lou Gehrig and covered the famous "I'm the luckiest man" speech that he gave in between games of a doubleheader, July 4th, 1939. He was there. So there was all kinds of anticipation for this and celebration. And the night concluded with Cal getting the last word and delivering this speech to the fans who stayed for the post-game ceremonies to honor Cal Ripken for breaking the record.
When the game numbers on the warehouse changed during the fifth innings over the past several weeks, the fans in this ballpark responded incredibly. I'm not sure that my reactions showed how I really felt. I just didn't know what to do. Tonight, I want to make sure you know how I feel. As I grew up here, I not only had dreams of being a big league ball player, but also of being a Baltimore Oriole. As a boy and a fan, I know how passionate we feel about baseball and the Orioles here. And as a player, I have benefited from this passion. For all of your support over the years, I want to thank you, the fans of Baltimore, from the bottom of my heart. This is the greatest place to play. This year has been unbelievable. I've been cheered in ballparks all over the country. People not only showed me their kindness, but more importantly, they demonstrated their love of the game of baseball. I give my thanks to baseball fans everywhere. I also could express my gratitude to a number of individuals who have played a role in my life and my career. But if I try to mention them all, I might unintentionally miss someone and take more time than I should. There are, however, 4 people I want to thank specially. Let me start by thanking my dad. He inspired me with his commitment to the Oriole tradition and made me understand the importance of it. He not only taught me the fundamentals of the game of baseball, but also he taught me to play it the right way and to play it the Oriole way. From the very beginning, my dad let me know how important it was to be there for your team and to be counted on by your teammates. My mom. What can I say about my mom? She is an unbelievable person. She let my dad lead the way on the field, but she was there in every other way, leading and shaping the lives of our family off the field. She's the glue who held our lives together while we grew up, and she's always been my inspiration. Dad and Mom laid the foundation for my baseball career and for my life. And when I got to the big leagues, there was a man, Eddie Murray, who showed me how to play this game day in and day out. I thank him for his example and for his friendship. I was lucky to have him as my teammate for the years we were together, and I congratulate him on the great achievement of 3,000 hits this year. As my major league career moved along, the most important person came into my life, my wife, Kelly. She has enriched it with her friendship and with her love. I thank you, Kelly, for the advice, support, and joy you have brought to me, and for always being there. You, Rachel, and Ryan are my life. These people and many others have allowed me, day in and day out, to play the great American game of baseball. Tonight I stand here overwhelmed as my name is linked with the great and courageous Lou Gehrig. I am truly humbled to have our names spoken in the same breath. Some may think our strongest connection is because we both played many consecutive games. Yet, I believe in my heart that our true link is a common motivation, a love of the game of baseball, a passion for your team, and a desire to compete on the very highest level. I know that if Lou Gehrig is looking down on tonight's activities, he isn't concerned about someone playing one more consecutive game than he did. Instead, he's viewing tonight as just another example of what is good and right about the great American game. Whether your name is Gehrig or Ripken, DiMaggio or Robinson, or that of some youngster who picks up his bat or puts on his glove, you are challenged by the game of baseball to do your very best day in and day out. And that's all I've ever tried to do. Thank you.
That was Cal Ripken, September 6, 1995, September 6, 2025. He will be honored for the 30th anniversary of breaking that record. That'll be Saturday night at Camden Yards as they take on the Dodgers. We'll get more details about that from Bill Stetka, who is the Director of Alumni Affairs, as we continue with Orioles preview right here on ESPN 630.
The Andy Pollin Show on ESPN 630, the sports capital.
This is Orioles preview. Orioles finish up their series in San Diego this afternoon. Coverage here on ESPN 630 gets underway at 3:30. They will be off tomorrow, and then they open up a series at home against the Dodgers tomorrow night, which will include the Saturday game where they will commemorate the 30th anniversary of Cal Ripken breaking Lou Gehrig's record, 2,131 consecutive games played. We're joined by Bill Stetka, who is the Orioles alumni director, was the PR director, the public relations director from 1999 to 2008, which means he was on the job when Cal ended his great career in 2001. Were you working in the organization when Cal broke the record, Bill?
Yeah, I mean, I was. That was my first year. I was the assistant director of public relations. Started like the end of March, and if you remember, the strike ended the '94 season and delayed the start of the '95 season. So we kind of hit the ground running as a staff. We were, we started gearing up right away for 21-31, hoping that it would happen, and fortunately it did.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that what happened in 1995, the Orioles did not field a replacement team because of Peter Angelos's connection with unions. And as I remember, Bill, and you probably remember this better than I, that baseball said, hey, if the season starts and we're doing it with replacement players and the Orioles aren't playing, that ends Cal's streak, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was the word at the time, but, cooler heads prevailed, and we got off to a delayed start to the season about 3 weeks late. It created a shortened schedule. We had September 6th penciled in as the date, provided we didn't have any rainouts, and everything worked to perfection. Cal, September 6th, 1995, Cal broke the record of the immortal Lou Gehrig, and it was quite a night. His coming back, the build through the summer with Cal, approaching the record. People say it saved baseball.
Oh yeah, no, it was an incredible night, and nobody knew what really it was going to be about because when you're waiting on a home run record to be broken or, a milestone strikeout or something, you know how you're going to react when the moment happens. And as I understand, somebody in the organization came up with the brilliant idea of commemorating it when it became an official game at 5.5 innings. Do you remember how that all came together?
Yes, I do. I actually had a big hand in that. When we started talking in early April about how we're going to commemorate it, we talked about putting numbers up on the warehouse, but originally they wanted to put them up on the outside, facing Conway Street, so people coming into or leaving downtown would see the numbers, and we would change them the next morning. Eventually, we hit on the idea of putting it on the inside so that we would drop the number when the game became official.
Mm-hmm.
When it started, some of the people were talking about, well, do we do it when the game starts? Do we do it when Cal comes to bat first? And I said, wait a minute, you got to remember the MLB rule, 7.01C, that the game is not official until the fifth inning. It could be the top or the bottom, depending on who's ahead. So we stuck with that, and the rest, so to speak, is history. We would change the number each home game. We started around August 8th or August 13th, I think it was, where we dropped the number. We changed the number each game, and for all but one of those games, Cal was we were behind, so Cal was out on the field after the fifth inning, and the number would drop, and Cal would be taking grounders, and he would wave to the fans and acknowledge the crowd. And then come 21:30 and 21:31, we were ahead. So it came in the middle of the fifth inning, and Cal got to sit in the dugout and take a breath and soak it all in.
Yeah, well, the organic moment that happened when it got to be official at 21:31, where two of his teammates pushed him out on the field to take a lap, and that's the most memorable moment from that night. And I wondered when I heard about this, the celebration coming up Saturday, would they recreate that? Now, Cal's older, but, it seems like he could still take a lap around the field, but you guys are going to drive him around in a Corvette. Was it offered for Cal to jog around the field one more time?
Well, we discussed a number of things. The tough part is, this game. It's a celebration, a 30th anniversary celebration,
mm-hmm.
and it's just not fair to hold the game up that long.
I see.
We will commemorate it in the middle of the fifth inning. We have some things planned. The big thing, the big celebration will be pregame. Cal will take a lap in a Corvette, the same Corvette, in fact, that we used when he retired in 2001. It's the same Corvette, and he'll speak to the crowd. We have a number of former teammates, Hall of Famers, other special guests who will be there. We'll have the original 2131 banners on the warehouse. We're using a special 30th anniversary logo ball like the one that was used on September 5th and 6th of 95. Cal's uniform and other game-worn items will be displayed in a display case next to his statue in left field. It's the first time that any of these items, it includes his full uniform
wow.
and other items from the September 6th game.
Cool.
It's the first time it's been displayed outside of the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown.
Wow. Oh, so you got it on loan from Cooperstown to bring it back for this?
Well, Cal got it back from Cooperstown, and then he's been gracious enough to loan it to us.
Great. Yeah.
So we've got everything. I sat down with him last week, and we took a stroll down memory lane as he went through the box of items. So
yeah, no, I mean, and it's amazing. I saw the podcast that Ryan does, and he talked about it. All he has is pictures because he was 2 years old and he doesn't remember. So to be in the ballpark, I'm sure he will be on Saturday, and I guess his sister will be there as well. That's going to be pretty incredible for him as well, don't you think?
Yes, Brian's actually going to throw out the first pitch.
Okay.
To his dad, like he and his sister did on September 6th of '95.
Wow, that's great. And is it a sellout yet, or tickets still available?
There are still some tickets available. We are over 40,000. Gates open at 5:00. Traffic will be heavy.
Yep.
There's a bike world bike race down in downtown Baltimore that day. So use your best GPS routes to get to the ballpark. Coming from the south shouldn't be too difficult. Yep. But we advise fans to get there early. As I said, gates open at 5. The ceremony will start about 6:25. So we want people to be in their seats, before that.
Great. Hey, Bill, great to talk to you. Really looking forward to this on Saturday.
Nice talking with you too, Andy. It's been a while.
Yes, it has. Bill,
all right, you too.
Bill Stetka, who has worked in the organization, as you heard, for a long time, over 30 years, had just started when they got preparations together for Cal breaking the record, and now 30 years later, they will celebrate it in a great way. So you just heard all the details. There are still some tickets available, and that's going to be cool. The commissioner will be there, Rob Manfred, John Miller. Many of the people who were there that night have passed away, including Cal's parents and Joe DiMaggio and others, Shirley Povich, who covered the game. But that should be something. Looking forward to it. So that's coming up on Saturday this afternoon. We got the conclusion of the series in San Diego, coverage here at 3:30. 23 games to go in a very disappointing season. The last home game will be September 25th against Tampa Bay, and they finish up the season in New York against the Yankees on September the 28th. I want to thank Bill Stetka for coming on the show today, Isaac Kuhn Harris for running the show. All of you listen. Bram is coming up next, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.